Good evening. Welcome to the Ponds and the FirstService Residential meet and greet. Thank everybody for coming out tonight and braving a little cold weather. Just as a disclaimer, I want to let everyone know that we are recording this tonight, and what we'll do with that is put it on YouTube. So if somebody was unable to make it tonight, we'll send out a link where they can go watch it and hear what we discussed and what questions were asked and what questions were answered. So, my name is Joe Padron. I'm a regional director with FirstService Residential. I've been with the company going on 10 years now. I started my, can you guys hear me in the back? Yeah. So I started with the company FirstService, overseeing all of our front desk in West Palm Beach, Florida, and worked my way up and moved to Atlanta, Georgia 3 years ago. So I'm stationed out of Atlanta, Georgia. With us tonight is Dennis Abbott. He is the president of the Carolinas. Also with us is Gary Julian. He is the general manager at Crestwind Lake Lanier. Gary also oversees all of our Crestwind and large HOA lifestyle communities for us. Mark LeClaire is here. Mark LeClaire is our regional director for lifestyle. And also with FirstService is Pascal Courier, and she's the executive assistant who's really helped out with this transition from Land-Dark Associa to FirstService. So our mission statement for FirstService Residential is to deliver exceptional service and solutions that enhance the value of every property and the lifestyle of every resident in the communities that we manage. So tonight we're going to introduce you to your team if you haven't met them already. This staff is here on site in the farmhouse. Part-time, there will be Jana, who you'll meet, will be over at Crestwind to help them out with some stuff, but they're located in the farmhouse if you haven't met them already. So your general manager, who will tell you a little bit about himself and how he got here, is Dan Johnson.
Thanks, folks. Thanks, folks. Yeah, I hail from, my last property was in Florida, in Deerfield Beach. We had a 55-plus community there of about 17,000 residents, 8,500 units, full-scale amenities, 13 pools, 15 tennis courts. I could go on and on, but I'm very pleased to be back in the Carolinas, where I have family and wanted to relocate here, and just happy to be on this property. Everyone here to this point has been very welcoming, and I really appreciate that. It's been Southern hospitality at its best. I want to take a moment to introduce a few people. One of which is going to have an opportunity to speak after I'm done. But first of all is our new lifestyle director, Jana Chantaban? Chantaban. Yeah, very good. Jana started yesterday, so she's still getting her feet wet, but is bringing a lot of great ideas to us from the golf resort on Kiwa Island, where she was there for over 5 years, planning all of their activities and programs. With us also is Eva McGrath. Eva's our administrative assistant. Many of you know Eva from being on property. Our new maintenance director, Jeff Ricker. And for those of you who know Phil Lugo, he's also on staff with us here. He's not here tonight, but Phil was and is a staple here in this community, so we're happy to have him as well. I wanted to take this opportunity to answer a few questions that you all sent in, and then when I'm done, give Jana a chance to speak about some lifestyle items that she has. And then, you know, I'll turn it back over and maybe we'll do some Q&A quickly as well. So these were questions you all submitted or your neighbors submitted, frequently asked questions, and we wanted to address them because so many folks did a great job of responding, by the way. The first question is, will Coulter have a presence here this evening? Obviously, you don't see them, they're not here. They're having their own Q&A on the 6th, next Wednesday. At 5 o'clock right here in the pavilion. So you'll have an opportunity to ask all the Coulter questions, which I'm going to just buzz through here real quick. Will there be a second pool, a dog park? Will Ponds residents be attending Crestwind Clubhouse events, which I'm going to actually answer here in a second as well. And then when will the board be expanding to residents only? Just among some others that had questions about Coulter. So next Wednesday the 6th at 5 o'clock right here in the pavilion, there will be a couple Coulter representatives and you'll be able to expand on any and all of those questions, okay? multiple people, why do we only have one lifestyle director here on property? Well, I can speak from my experience. With 17,000 residents, I have one lifestyle director, and if you have a good one is really what you need. There was a little bit of a misnomer of how Associate ran. They had Malia and they had Jamie, which I've heard nothing but great things about. But Malia, her title was not actually lifestyle director. She acted in that capacity in some way, shape, or form at times. We will be filling a front desk position at the Crestwood Clubhouse, and that person will also support us here at the farmhouse at times. So that role will be filled. We just don't call it a lifestyle director. A lifestyle director in FirstService is a very specific thing. It's the heart and soul of the programming of the community, and that's what Jan is going to bring to you all here. Will FirstService have a website, and can we visit it for updates on activities? Absolutely. We have a dual situation with our website. We have a Connect website, which we'll talk about here in a second, and that's how you'll be able to see a very plain and simple calendar, get account balances, do those types of things. Then in the next couple months, we're going to roll out a HOA website, which has much more bells and whistles to it and allows for a little bit more functionality with programming. So you'll see both of those roll out here in the next few months, with the Connect service happening fairly soon. Lots of questions about Baytree as a landscaping company. That is a vendor that has a contract pre-existing with Coulter. So while we're working with them to make sure that that service is up to snuff and that they're delivering on what they say they're supposed to, that contract is not up for bid. It's not going to be up for bid for quite some time. Okay. Will Ponds residents be attending the Crestwood Clubhouse events? I got questions on this on both sides. That's not going to be a reality at this time. Mark is going to do a great job of trying to bring us some entertainment and programming from a regional standpoint. But those events will either be held here or on the lawn for Ponds residents and in the clubhouse for Crestwood residents. That'll all remain the same. Will there be a newsletter? Yes, we'll do actually a daily blast when Connect is up and running. And we will also do a monthly calendar that will come out with activities and events here on property, as well as the surrounding Charleston area. Is Food Truck Friday still going to happen? Absolutely. As soon as Jana gets her feet under, we will be reconvening a lot of those monthly and annual events that you're used to. So yeah, absolutely. Who do I call for my account balance? Great question. You can call Eva anytime Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Her number is at the bottom of all our email signatures, but I'm going to give it out here real quick in case folks don't know it. It's 843-900-8555. Will we be able to submit violations via website, or do we need to email them? Many of you want to tell on your residents. I get that, your fellow residents. You can just email me, okay? That's how we've been handling it to this point. We certainly have had some of those already. If you have a question about a rule or regulation, you can always call or email me, and we can certainly hash that out with yourself and any violator that we have. What's the staffing model on site? You're kind of looking at it. It's myself as the general manager overseeing both properties. It's Jana as the lifestyle director overseeing both properties. Eva will have responsibilities for all the accounts on both properties. Jeff has been very diligent since he's been here working as well on both properties. And Phil, and then our additional admin that we'll be hiring in the next few weeks. And the last question that kept coming up, why was staffing not in place on January 1st? I'm going to take the hit for this a little bit. I moved my entire situation up to the Carolinas, and would I love to have been here on January 1st? Absolutely. But that wasn't possible for me. I sold a house, I relocated 2 kids and a wife, and 2 dogs, and it just wasn't possible for me to be on property on January 1st. My contract with my previous company didn't until the 10th. So a lot of that's on me. I'll take the hit for that, but I'm here now, and I certainly want to fulfill as many needs as I can and live up to our mission statement of providing that great service. So hopefully a year from now, I still won't be getting the question of why I wasn't here on January 1st, but I'm more than happy to be here now and interact with you all, so I really appreciate that. I'd like to take the opportunity now to introduce Jana again and have her talk a little bit about lifestyle.
Well, I'm super excited excited to be here. Like Dan said, I've spent the last 6 years at Kiowa Island Golf Resort as a resort program manager there. So I'm bringing with me a lot of great ideas, a lot of great standards. You know, everything we executed there was at a very high level. So just looking to kind of help foster and facilitate a community. Just, you know, how everybody I've met has been really fantastic. I'm just looking to really help you guys build those relationships and just be proud of where you live and have some fun here, you know, with all the things that we do. This is an amazing space. I've actually helped with the kids triathlon here the past few times. So when I realized this is where I was coming, I was super excited. But yes, I'm really excited to be here. I am just started yesterday, so I'm just trying to get kind of information under my belt, get my feet under me. Emily is here somewhere. She was fantastic. There she is. Fantastic enough to send me a lot of good information about what has been done in the past. And I just want to hear from you guys. So clubs, events that should be on the calendar that I might not know about, email me. You know, let's set up a time to talk. I want to hear what you guys want to do. And, you know, make this yours. This is where you live. So I just want, you know, everything we do here to be something that you are really excited about. We have, I guess, our next big event, our first big event for us is the Oyster Roast. So that's coming up on February 16th. I think we've sold close to 50 tickets already. We're expecting, from what I've heard, about 125, 150. So we're super excited about that. We've booked a steel drum band to be here and have some great oysters coming. What we do need is you guys to kind of flex your chili muscles and participate in the chili cook-off. I know everybody has a good chili recipe. So let Eva know if you're interested in participating in the chili cook-off so we can get that going. Recruit some judges, recruit some cooks. And other than that, you know, Dan and I are putting together a calendar, so we'll get that out to you guys within the next couple of days. I know that I'm going to miss some stuff on the first month. Just let me know. I'm happy to get it on there. And yeah, just looking forward to really meeting and getting to know everybody.
All right, so we want to give everybody just a brief overview, high overview of kind of the transition. Transitions are not always the easiest thing for us. And so, as I stated earlier, our mission statement is to enhance the lifestyle of the homeowners and the properties. And unfortunately, with this transition, we got a lot of pushback when we were dealing with Associa. And one of the big things that we pride ourselves on as FirstService is communication. And so, being that it was a January 1 startup, we had dues that were due January 1. We had a lack of email addresses. And so, I've been working hard at going through and taking the information that Coulter had, that Associa gave to us, and get it into our system so that we have a good database to be able to communicate and contact the residents. We're still not 100% there. Unfortunately, I received an email today from a homeowner of the Ponds who stated that they aren't getting our communication. So if you're here tonight and you heard about it via Facebook or through your neighbor and we don't have your information, or if you know of neighbors who are not getting communication or you hear about it, please tell them to contact Eva or Dan so we can get their information into the system. That's the biggest thing that we need so we can communicate with you, the homeowners, so you know what's going on. And so we apologize for that. Unfortunately, it was out of our control. The same thing when it came to getting everyone's account balances forwarded. We're still dealing with Associa and having to threaten them to provide us with their balance forwards so that we can get everyone's records up to date. So I know that some homeowners made payments to Associa prior to communication from FirstService. Don't worry, your money is there. And so we'll get through it, and if we finally, I think within the next week or so, we should have all the balance forwards. So if that balance that you made a payment did not get forwarded, just let Dan know and we'll get that taken care of. That money is not lost if your check was cash and you paid Associa. A lot of times what they'll do is in the future when you send checks by mistake, they'll forward that over to us moving forward. But anything up to January 1, most likely they were applying to your account, that will get pushed to your new accounts here shortly. So those are really the two big things that we do behind the scenes. The getting your homeowner information into our system, which is Connect, and then also having that information to get the bills out to all the homeowners. There's a lot of things that still go on behind the scenes as far as getting invoices in our system so we can make payments, getting money from them to be able to make the payments, getting all the vendors set up, getting all the documents and any amendments. So there's a lot that goes behind the scenes, and I want to thank Pascal for all the hard work she's done. She was actually up here the first week of January to fill in for Dan since he wasn't on site. And so we thank her for that for the whole week. And then Dennis had one of his regionals sit the next week. And so we're here as a team. We work together. As we mentioned earlier, Gary and myself and Mark are from the Atlanta region. I was here last week and back here. So we're here to support your team, but we're also here to support you guys. If there's any questions that you're not getting answered from your staff here on site, please feel free to reach out to myself or Gary. We ask that you go to Dan, but if you have issues with Dan, you might not feel comfortable going to Dan. Hopefully we don't have those problems, but you know, being in this business for almost 10 years, we kind of run into a little bit of everything. Is everybody clear now on how to pay their dues? And they've gotten the coupon books, they have made a payment either via mail, dropped it off to Dan, or gone online? Okay, so we'll print out some more information sheets for anyone who still doesn't understand what that process is like, and we'll keep them at the farmhouse. For everyone, you can stop by or ask Dan to mail that out to you. We'd be more than happy to send that over.
Can you shoot them in the email?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can shoot that out. So what Dan was talking about earlier was the Connect web portal. So we use that to communicate to our residents. We don't mind talking to you. You can call us, email us, we'll get back to you. But we also want you to be self-sufficient and be able to get that information at the drop of a hat when you need it and not have to wait for us to respond. So on Friday, we're going to send out an email blast. So if you're in our system, you'll receive it. And that email blast is going to have your access for you to create an account with FirstService on our Connect portal. You can do it via phone. It's web-based, so it will configure to your phone, iPad, or on a PC. And you'll go in and you'll sign in, and that will be kind of like the holy grail where everything is stored. You want to know how to make a payment, you click on check my balance, you'll see your balance. It'll then take you to a third-party website to make a payment. You have a question about a certain rule or regulation. That is not up just yet because we go through and we answer over 600 questions about your specific community. So we're working on getting that up and running. And once all that information is in there, you'll be able to go on there and in the search engine type question, the answer will pop up. If it does not pop up, we have 2 call centers, one that's in Las Vegas and one that's in South Florida, that you can call and they'll be able to assist you. If they can't assist you, they'll definitely send an email to Dan or myself. So that happens all the time. That's also where you go if there's ever an emergency after hours. You would call them and they'll get a hold of us if you can't get a hold of anybody on site. So that web portal is kind of going to be where you go. Your calendar will be there, your balance, your documents will be there. So if there's anything you need, most likely it's going to be on that website. And then as Dan said, within 60 to 90 days, there will be another website that will come alongside of it, not replace it, but it'll be just an addition to that website. So the in-process operational assessment, that's really our 30, 60, 90-day plan. The first 30 days is really just getting here and understanding the community. We can get all the documents, we can hear all the information from the previous management company when they want to share that information to us, but we really don't know what we have until we're on site and kind of just digging through things. So Dan's doing that in the farmhouse, going through documents, just seeing where everything's at, and understanding where all the, whether it's supplies or it is documents or it's computers, just trying to get all that set up and get a firm understanding of what we have in the farmhouse. And then also Jeff, he's been out on site, he's been out on site just really understanding the community itself, like the physical plant. So that's our 30-day process. During this 30-day process, there are notes made, And that leads us to our 60-day of really coming up with a plan for your community, working with the board to understand what is it the Ponds lifestyle wants to be. You know, we're here to help manage. We can't tell you who the Ponds community is. That comes from you, the residents. So we work with, if it's a lifestyle committee, social committee, if it's the board, working with them to really help integrate what you guys want to see and get it out there. And so we're working on that, or we'll be working on that. And then the 90-day plan is really to take all that information we've learned and we've gathered and implement. So we want to start in 90 days, start implementing the changes you want to see, the changes that we see behind the scenes that need to be implemented on that. And there's some things that we're doing now that we've learned. Quick instances with the phone system and the internet system in the farmhouse. We've got to get it up to speed. It lacks that speed for the ability for the employees to do their work in a timely manner, so we're working on that. So there's little things like that. There will be bigger things. One of the questions was the pools and, you know, the other things that you guys are asking about from Coulter. Dan's going to be the one working with Coulter and working with your board and helping to get those things going and understanding that more. So next, I want to introduce to everybody Mark LeClaire. He's our Regional Director of Lifestyle. He's housed out of Crestwind at Lake Lanier, and he does a fantastic job there. He helps us with some of our other large-scale HOA communities to really bring the high, big product to you guys, whether it's bands or, you know, comedy shows, whatever that is on large-scale stuff. Eva will be the one who will do the daily, weekly, monthly activities, where Mark will help her. Where Mark will help her with the bigger things. And our goal here is really just to take what you guys were doing and enhance it, bring the things that Mark learned, that Mark does, and just really be an enhancement for you, the homeowner. So, Mr. Mark LeClaire.
Thank you. So, my name's Mark. Just a little background for me. I been the lifestyle director, still am, for Crestwind at Lake Lanier, and then handling some of the other Crestwind properties in the southeast. Before that, I was with the regional manager for all the Del Webb properties in Georgia, doing the lifestyle there. And for 20 years before that, I was in the music and entertainment business, concert promotions, booking agent, manager. So my real strength is entertainment and shows and concerts. That's where I really love, and what I love to do and what I'm really good at. Most important thing tonight, from a lifestyle point of view, was to meet Jana. She's going to be your day-to-day thing, and we're working together a lot to see what kind of larger events we can bring here, outdoor concerts, national comedians coming through, magicians, you know, and also we've been through the calendar and seen what you've been doing. A lot of the children's activities, the arts and crafts, I think I saw meditation. Who does the meditation? There's a meditation thing going on. So all the children's activities, none of that's going away. We want you to continue to do those things that you've already developed, that you're used to. And as Joe said, we want to enhance, on top of that, doing some real special entertainment things. Not only for the kids, your children, doing bigger events with bouncy houses and all that stuff, but we want to do some adult events too, where you can go ahead and get yourself a babysitter and have some fun. So that is kind of where my concept is to take a look around this property, see what we have as far as facilities and what we can do here. We can do a lot of great stuff here, and I'll just say this to you now. The more you guys get involved, the more you buy the tickets. The more tickets you buy, the better stuff we can bring here. I can bring in some fantastic entertainment, but if I sell 50 tickets, we won't be doing that anymore. So it's really the residents themselves getting involved and buying the tickets and coming to the events. And as we do more and more of those, and the events get bigger and bigger, we can do bigger and bigger things. So it really comes down to the residents themselves really getting involved in the community and coming out and having a good time. So I'll be coming up here at least once a month to see how things are going. I do already have some plans for the entire year for some outdoor concerts and things, but like Joe said, we're just trying to feel everything out right now and make sure we can do things the right way. And that's what we're here to do. I don't really want to come in here and do something kind of half-assed. You know, I want to come in and do some really great things and make sure that it's done right and you guys are happy and you get the full lifestyle that you deserve. So that's what I'm here to do. And nice to meet you all.
All right. Before we get into everyone's favorite time, the Q&A, you know, this is what we do nationally. Whether it's in New York, South Florida, LA, so we take pride in what we do. We take pride in having communities like the Ponds. So I just want to go through some of the other large adult lifestyle communities that we have. So Crestwood, Lake Lanier in the top left there, that's where Gary and Mark are from. So they're 934 full build houses, 40,000 square foot clubhouse. We have Del Webb, Lake Providence in Tennessee, Crestwood, Peachtree City, one in Florida, Del Webb, Ponte Verde, Sun City, Huntley, and Chicago. We do the Margaritaville Latitudes in Daytona and also in Hilton Head. Lake Charles in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Kings Point in Sun City, Florida. Century Village in Boca Raton. Soleil, that's our newest one. They came on right before Ponds. They were December startup. Windermere in Georgia. The Quarry in Fort Myers. Mundy Mill in Gainesville, Georgia. Ave Maria and Ave Maria, Florida. So those are some of the other large-scale lifestyle communities that we manage. So we come with the experience that we know how to do this. We're good at what we do, and we want to take what we've learned and the good things we do and implement them here for you guys, so that you and your friends are just really proud to be homeowners here at the Ponds. So we're going to open it up to Q&A. I know some people submitted questions. We'll take some from the floor as well. The only thing that I would ask is a couple things. One, we can't really answer culture questions. So culture will have their meet and greet next Wednesday, the 6th, where you can ask any culture questions you want to them. And the second thing is, these are more general questions that you ask us of the community. If you have specific questions about your home or something that relates just to you, please come see us afterwards so that we can address those one-on-one.
Joe, repeat the question so it'll pick it up.
I would. Yes, ma'am.
So South Carolina is kind of finally getting with the times when it comes to covenants and rules and regulations and our general, kind of public documents, that they finally implemented a law that we have to have those available for people. So in the past, it was, we always had a login to our Land Art website. There was nothing, they refused to put anything public, even, if I had asked to do it. Will our documents be available on a website where anyone, like homeowner shopping, can go look and stuff, so they have access to all that information without having to, what will be the easiest way to access that without having to log in and stuff like that?
Okay, all I'm going to do is repeat the question. Gary has asked me to, so it picks it up on the camera. So in short, you're asking that with South Carolina law, documents need to be posted on a web portal for access to homeowners, and you said potential prospective buyers?
Yeah, they need to be public now, like easier access, so people aren't, buying into a house and not knowing what or a neighborhood not knowing what they are. So I don't know what the exact requirements are, but I would assume public availability online and stuff like that would be one of them.
Yeah, so the Connect website that we're going to send out a link to everybody to register on Friday. That's where you'll find those documents. So that will be for you, the homeowner. And so what we would say is for the homeowner selling their house, that if you want to go on there and download them and provide those to the prospective buyer, you can do so. You can also have Dan give those. Anything that's public record, we're more than happy to provide. If it's private record, so let's say the prospective buyer needed something with the financials, we can only provide that to you, the homeowner, not to anybody. So yeah, there will be a web portal for you guys to access your documents. And then even the public site that we've talked about in 60 to 90 days when the other website's up and running, the documents will be located on there for somebody to gather as well.
There's actually a sales section on that new website that relates to what she's talking about.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so then follow up to that, and speaking with financials, the one thing that we've never had is our financial documents. Like if I were to log into my account, but the neighborhood financial documents, those have never really been available unless you come into the farmhouse and ask for them. Even that, we can have those. Will that be something on the website now?
Yes.
Yeah, so the question was, will the financials be located on the website? Right now, you had to go to the farmhouse to request those. Yes, so the same Connect website, you will get the short financial statements. So we'll have the accounts and the GLs showing your balances and your budget, where you're at year to date. As a board member, you'll have access to the full package. We can't give that out to everybody because that does have bank account information in there. So yes, you'll have the income statement and the balance sheet. You can access anytime on that Connect website. I'm not sure how it was done in the past, but how we do it at FirstService is for January. This is a normal time frame with a startup. It's going to take typically 45 to 60 days to get the first financials done, because we've got to get stuff from associates still. But if this was normal and we've been managing you for a year, January's financials would be available middle of February. So we're posting for the previous month, typically midway through that next month, if that makes sense. So I think someone had a, yes, sir.
A little question about your experiences up there. I'm hearing a bunch of people coming from 17,000 person things, which might be a little easier to sell enough tickets to get your concert in. For less than 2,000 here, it's going to be a hell of a lot longer before we ever get to any kind of major style. So how does your experience actually help us? And by the way, I'm in the Ponds. I've heard a lot of Crestwood, and I've heard a lot of, adult stuff. There's a lot of young people too. So I'm just wondering how you're going to be able to go from 17,000 and apply what you know to 2,000.
Yeah, so the question was, how will our experience at the large communities, I think the reference to 17,000 was where Dan recently came from in South Florida. He was at 17,000 resident community. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I showed you, so Crestwood at Lake Lanier is 900 units. So we do a lot of these things, are full build, they're big, but they're all applicable to what we do here. Like we know how to manage. In our portfolio of properties that I oversee, I've got as little as 6 units. And it gets all the way up to 1,700. So a lot of what we do will apply here. We have mentioned Crestwood because Gary and Mark come from there, but what we do for you guys is the same thing. So we manage large scale active lifestyle communities, not just adult. I know they're on the adult side and you guys are the young crew. So we're used to managing